Yes. Like always.
Okay, so hey dang it!
We tried so hard.
Of all times for my fan
It's okay,
to
take
come
your
on.
time, Marcos.
Wow, I'm offended. Okay, hey everybody, welcome to the. Hey everybody, welcome to the General Toku discussion with the Lauren Shiba Discord family server. So I'll talk a bit more about why we're doing this, how we're doing this, and I hate you, Ballin. So first off, guns.
Don't we all?
Guns.
Yeah.
Guns.
To tell us who you are.
Hello, I'm Guns.
Wait, who's going first again?
Guns.
Hello, I'm Guns, as you all know. I run a YouTube channel called Guns Spawner. You also saw me in the chat. I make my own tokusatsu on Zero Guns. My Twitter is at GunSpawnerYT. I'm just here to talk about stuff, and remember, I'm Guns.
Alana.
Hi, my name is Alana. I've only been a friend with Marcos for like only a couple months, so
Only.
I'm pretty new to this. I hope I get to know you guys a lot. Actually, no, everyone. I meant everyone who's watching the live stream right now. Hope we all have a good time, and yeah.
So we're talking. Well, this server is actually Scarlett, who's next, and I really appreciate you hosting this. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcos. Hi, my name is Scarlett. I have a YouTube channel called Scarlet Flames, and my Twitter is at emuhojos. I'm the biggest Hiroki Ijima simp, if you guys follow me on Twitter and such. And I'm also the emu simp. So yeah. Also my Twitch, my Twitch is at Genius Gamer S16. I'm doing my VTuber debut on January 7th, 2021. So I hope you guys join that stream. And yeah, back to you, Ballin. January 7th, 2021.
Back to
Back to-
Ballin.
Ballin never went.
Well,
Making me go after Star. Okay, I see
What's
how
up,
it is.
Ballin?
Okay, I'm Ballin. As Marcos previously stated, he hates me, but that's okay. The feeling is mutual. Basically, my role here is basically to be the person that everyone dislikes because I have the most terrible opinions you will ever find. That's kind of my brand. You can find me on YouTube at Ballin Plays. I do whatever I want. I don't really have categories. I just do things. And you can also see me on Twitter for more terrible opinions.
I just don't like your
You got
mustache.
my
Just kidding. New face here, Sam.
Hi, I'm Having Link Sam. My YouTube is Having Link Sam Second because my first channel got deleted. My Twitter is at Epic Link Sam. If you follow me there, all I really talk about is comparing Kamen Rider to Symphogear nonstop.
Friend Lucy, who's my friend named Lucy.
Hello, thank you, friend Marcosatsu. Hello, I'm Metal Lucy. You can find my Twitter handle at Metal Lucy. Obviously, no spaces, no underscores. I am the #1 Taiga Hania simp and stan. No one will take that title from me. Aside the jokes, I like to draw, I like to cosplay, and I like to scream about all my favorites. And I don't care. I don't take criticism. So if you don't like it, leave. Moving on.
And last but not least, Marcosatsu. Hey everyone, it's Marcosatsu. Okay, Kentaro.
Oh my god, Marcos.
I'm dead.
Alright guys, how's it going? My name's Kentaro. You can find my Twitter at Kentaro Emiya. No spaces, no underscores. I mostly talk about Kamen Rider and anime, but I'm gonna try to talk more about Sentai and Ultraman there. And I am the #1 Fua Stankin, and I have no controversial opinions except for a few Toku. Looking at you, 01.
Ken,
Let's go!
I've been waiting to fight you this whole time, Ken.
I'll defend Ken and Sabo this time. Ken, gang up, high five.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I've known every pony here for a while. This server I've been in for a while too. You guys may know the crew over at Stan Saber, but I also like to talk to other Toku people too. And I think like Scar posted her Discord one day, and I was like, I'll join them. And unfortunately, I'm still here. So everyone's been really cool to talk to. Friend Lucy's my favorite, and friend Ballin sometimes. So everyone's cool. But more importantly, we love Toku here, right?
We love the Toku to the fullest. Yeah.
I was expecting one of you to say no.
No, not at all. I hate it so much. I don't know why I got into this.
Oh, you're wrong.
And so what I find interesting the most going from like or talking to people and brand new people here, especially people who are new to the fandom, because I know some of you here in this call actually haven't been watching Toku all that long. So I'm really interested to hear. Hey, what's up? So I'm really interested to hear like your stories and stuff, like on like how you got here, what have you been watching and stuff. So since Lucy was the first one to raise their hand, tell us how did you get into this world of tokusatsu?
Well, starting like late July, it was just like so boring. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, my friend Trey is just like, hey, you guys want to watch Kamen Rider with me? I'm just like, I've heard of that series. So I'm just like, all right, I'll be down to watch. And surprisingly, a lot of people are surprised when they hear my first Kamen Rider is 01. And instantly, first episode, I'm just like, I hecking love this. And I'm just like, I need more. So eventually, we kind of spaced out like us watching 01 because we were trying to catch up to like the more recent episodes since it was like near 01 ending. And I ended up watching some episodes of X-Aid with Trey and some other friends and some of Zio. And then I was just like, I need to watch this on my own because I can't wait for my friends to like get all these episodes and we just watch all together. So I'm just like, I watched all of X-Aid by myself, I watched all of Build by myself, and I still need to catch up with Saber. I'm close to it. I have like 3 episodes left. And I think I'm just like so obsessed with X-Aid because this is like, he asked me, do you want to watch, because like he wanted either to watch X-Aid or Wizard, and so he's like, do you want to watch Wizard Kamen Rider or do you want to watch Gamer Doctor Kamen Rider? I'm just like, Gamer Doctor sounds interesting. And then I ended up being way too obsessed with X-Aid, and I'm just like, I love it. And then I'm so excited for like other Toku stuff because he showed me like Lupin Ranger and Power Ranger. I'm just like, I want to watch this, and there's so much stuff that I need to catch up on. But yeah, that's how I got into Toku, and I'm ready for the rest of my adventure with it.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna lead off that, but I think it's super interesting seeing. I know a lot of people like got into Kamen Rider through X-Aid and around that era, like Build and stuff. So like it's kind of common to hear that, but like just the love people give for like the first Kamen Rider show. And my first one was actually Decade, and I know that's like one of the most hated, but I have a soft spot for it. I know a lot of you here love Decade too, even though it wasn't really your first. And I know Scar, you love Decade. I know Flame and Farah, whenever they get here, they're gonna say they love Decade. And there's just so much to love in the Kamen Rider franchise, and I'm really happy you guys gave it a chance. You know, like at least one show. And unfortunately, Saber's still going on. But either way, like, I'm really glad you guys are giving Kamen Rider a chance.
If I wanted to add one thing, I think what got me hooked into Kamen Rider was that like ever since I was a little kid, I got into like, you know, Power Rangers or whatever. But since at the time, I'm just like, yeah, it's all interesting. And then I went into like girly stuff or whatever because I was a little child that was a girl. But now I'm just like, I do whatever I want. All of this is so cool.
Real quick, thank you for the donation, Conte, saying it's nice to see a lot of people getting into Toku during these hard times. Yeah, ironically, despite right now, I haven't been watching that much Toku. but I know a lot of other people have, and that's a story for another day. But Kentaro, I actually wanted to ask you. Kentaro?
So,
yeah,
it's kind of weird. Like, most Toku fans, I got introduced to the genre from Power Rangers, and I just kind of had a day like when I was like 9 or 10. It's like, I'm just gonna look up a bunch of Power Ranger shows on Wikipedia, and then I got introduced to. I didn't watch it at the time, but I found like articles of Super Sentai, and I was like, oh, so that's where Power Rangers came from. And then eventually, that led me to Kamen Rider when I became a teenager. And a little bit before that, I actually watched the original Ultraman and Godzilla films. So I just found these random Kamen Rider seasons on YouTube, before they got deleted because of copyright. And the first Kamen Rider I watched was Decade, and I had so much fun with it. Like, I didn't exactly understand everything at first because it kind of references the Phase 1 Heisei Riders, but it's like, it kind of got better to me to understand everything about context, and that led me to watch the other Riders, although I kind of watched more Phase 2 before I watched Phase 1. And I watched O's, Forze, Gaiam, which I absolutely loved. It just showed me a whole entire new world, and it had such like a positive impact in my life.
That's wholesome. I appreciate that, Kentaro.
Yeah.
High five for Decade being our first writer shows.
Yeah.
Guns, I know we've talked a little bit about this before, but how did you start getting into tokusatsu?
I talked about this a lot, and I just love telling my story because there's a lot to my life that introduced me to Toku. So, firstly, obviously, Power Rangers. I watched a lot of my first Power Rangers. I don't exactly remember, but just watching it live on TV was, I think, Samurai. But I think I knew the whole Power Rangers line. And then with that, I discovered Super Sentai with Kyoryuger, or however you still.
Kyoryuger, yeah.
Yeah, Kyoryuger. I don't know. Yeah, I just went off from there, created my YouTube channel, and I did a lot of stuff in between. And YouTube is actually how I got more into tokusatsu. I stopped liking Super Sentai in like 2015, and then somewhere in between, I watched like the Tokujo X Gam crossover, and that was my first time seeing Gam. The first Toku I always watched was the superhero Tassin movie.
Oh no!
It's still on YouTube.
Oh no!
Oh,
And you might be thinking, isn't that a weird place to start? Yes, it is a very weird start, but I grew to have enjoyed it a lot as a kid because every day after school I would just open my computer and then just watch my favorite superheroes without knowing Kamen Rider that much. But then in 2018 in the summer, I started searching more about Super Sentai because I know MMPI Toys, they still do a lot of Toku stuff, and I think it was on Loopat, so I looked all that up, and then with all those informations, I found all these Kamen Riders, especially X-Ed, with Q-Ranger and stuff. So awfully, I went on, subbed Google Kamen Rider X-Ed subbed, and then I just went on a roll with that, and then that was my first ever Toku I watched fully, with the movies too in the summer. It was a great experience because X-Ed has amazing suits. The story is good.
Oh no, you're gonna make Scar shill X-Aid. And Lucy.
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
Heck yeah, you know it!
Anyway.
Most of us started with X-Aid. That was a coincidence.
yeah, I started with X-Aid, but actually my first Toku was Decade.
You guys are making me feel like a
Situation
boomer.
with me. I started with X-Aid.
I mean, what was the boomer in this?
Can we also introduce Farah? Because I don't think
Oh, yeah.
Farah.
Hold up, I'm not
Yeah.
done.
Farah,
I
you're
wasn't
here.
done.
Hi.
I wasn't
Farah.
done yet. I wasn't done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, and then I met a lot of friends on Discord, and I just wanted to shout them out. Though some of them are probably in the stream, but my first ever Toku friend was Hunter, also known as Craven's Battle or Toku Fan 75. He helped me through a lot and just helped me get into the Toku community in Discord and Twitter. And then Bodhi or Infinite Gates also helped me watch a lot of Toku, and me and him basically watched all through Geo. Someone who's also in this chat is Kakawai. They helped me through so much in general. And yeah, with those people as my friends, I started to get inspired by Page Productions, which I think you also referenced in one of your videos. So with that, I created my own series, Guns is Great Adventure, and now Zero Guns, which is going amazing. And I can't wait for what next year brings for that series, because there's a lot of stuff the gang has planned. So I just want to give all those a thank you, and just everyone here a thank you for Common Rider.
No, thank you guys for being here.
Hell yeah.
No problem.
Thank
you very much.
So we got a new person in here. Hey, Farah.
Hey, and there's also Flame.
And Flame.
And Flame.
Hello there.
So as I was gonna say earlier, Guns, I know you and Alana here are pretty young, but I just feel like this boomer when someone says like X-Shade was my first show, or I grew up on Power Rangers Samurai, you know.
No, that was my fault.
I watched Dino Fury. I don't know about you guys.
That was the first time I watched on TV.
That
I don't feel you mean Jungle Fury.
You said Dino Fury. Like, can you see into the future? Is that it?
I wish I grew up with Dino Fury. That would be cool.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Okay, Farah. I'm gonna guess your first Toku was Decade, right?
No, it was X-Shade.
Oh, okay.
The boomer legacy continues.
Oh my god.
I once I first found out about X-Shade, I was like, what is this? And I want to watch it. And I saw a video of episode what was that episode, because that was the episode where Kuruto called out Emuez. He had the Buckster virus, and and I had to watch it on Kiss Asian, and oh my god, and I fell.
Censor that.
And when I first started watching His Generations, I was interested in watching Driving Ghost, but I dropped Ghost for. And then later I watched Drive, and I later dropped X-Shade for that. And I finished Drive in 3 days.
Jeez.
I am so sorry.
Man,
no,
like
okay. As you can see, I love Drive even if it has flaws.
It's still pretty cool. Like even though most of us here started with X-Shade or Decade, like hearing someone else starting with like even an older show like a Heisei Phase 1 is really interesting. That people stuck through it, because that's not normally how Kamen Rider is anymore, or even some Phase 2 shows isn't really how like Saber or 01 are anymore, you know. And it's just really interesting to me hearing all that.
Yep.
Excuse me, Alana.
Yeah.
Was it Decade or X-Shade?
None of them.
Oh? The youngest person here didn't start with them?
Oh?
Yeah, the first episode.
No, actually that was
Well, I didn't start with X-Shade or Decade.
2011, when I was about 7, and I was in YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I found this Go Onja clip of Hanto and of Hanto wearing, he was with the old lady and he wore like dress kind of. I was like, what the hell? It made me laugh so much that I had to keep on watching more. Because I had a bad humor when I was young. I used to laugh at everything. So, watching more and more, and then I started to love Go Onja, and then the next series came where what was the next series again after Go Onja?
Go on.
That would be Ghost Danger. Or the Shinkenger.
Yeah. I think I started to love that show too. And then it kept on going and going until 2017, where I found out about Kamen Rider Gaim.
Oh, okay.
A couple of years later. After I found out about Kamen Rider, I fell more into Kamen Rider than Super Sentai. So, to now, I've been watching Kamen Rider nonstop. Nonstop. And actually, Ultraman, I started watching Ultraman only this year, like in January or February. So, I'm not very familiar with Ultraman. So
That's okay.
we start.
I feel like a lot of people started Ultraman this year or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna do the same because I want to watch Ultraman X.
Real quick, thank you for the donation, Keymaster. $10 whole. Let's go. Their first Sentai was Time Ranger because they love Time Force a lot. And I appreciate that. Time Force is a really good show. Please watch Time Ranger. But man, I remember watching Kamen Rider Double live week to week whenever it got subbed by insert legal fan subber here, and it was really cool. and it was great. And then here you guys are like, wow, isn't Saber great? And I just but anyway.
Come on, man.
In my opinion, like I like Saber, but like so far 01 is kind of inching as like my favorite Reiwa so far.
Out of the two, I think it wins it by
default. It's only the
default.
second Reiwa season, so like you can't really blame Saber for it.
Yeah, and we're also still kind of early in Saber, so I'm pretty excited for like the future episodes. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Me too.
Did you read my $5 donation? This person said.
I'm sorry. We're saying it through a lot. Let me say it again. But while we're doing that, did you ever watch Robocon or Toei Fushigi comedy series? I did not, but that's interesting. I'll write that down for later. So,
I want to watch the comedy series.
So please keep in mind, some people at Toei may be watching, so please don't mention insert illegal place here. So thank you. Burn
down Toei, everyone!
Bonsai! So funny story. I'm starting to get my other friend into tokusatsu. We were talking about Ultraman one day, and she just said like Ultraman Zero yada yada, and I was like, you watched Ultraman? And then we started talking about it, and I told her if you want to watch Kamen Rider, just pick a cool Kamen Rider. So she chooses Kamen Rider Geo, and to start, and I told her it's not the best season to start with. I'd rather you watch others. She said, but Geo looks like a clock bunny. We have to watch it. So,
because that's reasonable.
So I appreciate all like the variety we have here. Like even if we did start with Decade or X8, I appreciate that we still like branched off into like other shows too.
I actually didn't start with Decade or X8, even in Kamen Rider.
Oh yeah? What was your first Toku flame and how'd you get into it?
Okay, so my very first Toku show was Power Rangers Ninja Storm when I was like 10.
I'm growing a beard.
I watched about
everyone
like,
give
15 seasons, but then I sort of fell off of it. And you guys want to know what got me back into tokusatsu?
What?
What?
Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
No!
Oh my god!
Ninja Storm, what a coincidence.
So yes, I somehow got invested in it, even though it was like kind of trash half the time.
Oof.
I'm sorry. Man. So
And so then I sort of spiraled, and then my first Kamen Rider was actually O's.
Ooh,
that's a good one. That's a fun one to start with.
Yeah.
Well, I want to mention that the actor for Eiji yesterday, I think it was yesterday, he like just quoted Sans Undertale.
Sans Undertale.
I like read the translation, the rough translation, and it was just like I read the bottom, and then I just see you should be burning in hell, and I'm just like, what did I just read?
Eiji is Sans Undertale confirmed.
Man, that's great. But I'm really glad to see that the boomers and the zoomers together in this call can come together and agree that X8's really good.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I am a Gen Z. Actually,
I'm
Gen
Generation Z.
don't know what I am. I'm Meta Lucy.
So we're still.
I am a flame.
Ballin, you're the oldest
I'm a
one
Scarlet.
here. How did you? Did I already ask you how you got into tokusatsu?
You did not ask me
Me?
yet, no.
Good. Okay, so sorry, but Ballin, how'd you get into Toku?
Okay, well, like most people, started with Power Rangers. I don't remember when I started watching, but I think the vague memories start around probably, I want to say around somewhere between In Space to Lightspeed Rescue, around there. So just grew up on Power Rangers. I thoroughly enjoyed it, thoroughly loved it. I still watch it to this day. Unlike a lot of people who had that period where they kind of dropped Power Rangers, I never really stopped watching. And then the transition into more general things. It's actually because of this specific server. I became friends with Scarlet because of Power Rangers Samurai, a season that we both enjoy very much, very highly hold it up, unlike most people.
Yes.
And so, because of our appreciation for that season and our enjoyment of it, we became friends. She made this server, I joined it, and then in April of this year, because of Flame, who is also here, for their birthday. For their birthday, they hosted a group watch of Xaid, and I was invited to that, and I stuck around for it, and I was interested enough that I felt curiosity to keep going, and it just sort of went from there.
It gets worse. My plan was to end on episode 12 of Xaid.
Oh my
Alana.
God, no!
That's a true
Evil!
story.
Oh,
my
Alana,
God.
why? Okay, so before I make fun of Ballin real quick, Blaze Hunter, thank you for the $20 donation. I wasn't expecting anything
$20,
like that.
$20?
For Super Sentai series, his was Die Ranger. That's the story for another day for me.
Yeah, and then
Well, never mind. I'm like still lost in it.
We'll probably say which one was mine when we get to me.
Hey.
Mine was Lupat. No, wait, it was Gokai.
Mine was Magi Ranger.
I think mine is Kirame Major, but I just never continued. I only watched like 3 episodes and then I had to stop because of college work.
wow.
I guess I'll say it real quick. I watched Goseiger live week to week. It was boring, but anyway.
I
started with Deca Ranger.
Yes, Guns.
I started with Koyo.
Oh, yeah.
Kakuai also started with Kakuwenjo, hence the name of Kakuai.
So all of us here, like one way or another, we've made memories together. We watched stuff together, like week to week and all that.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things is when you guys decided to watch Gaim every week.
Not this story, please, not this story.
But
I don't know anything about Gaim, and I don't know anything about the story.
Okay, wait. I won't spoil anything, but Ballin is okay if I say it anyway.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. So week to week, I wasn't joining with you guys watching it, but I was there just to hear you guys. And week to week, it's been the same thing. I tell Ballin, it gets worse. The Gaim just gets so much worse, and then like at the halfway point, Ballin was like, "How the heck does this get worse?" And then it got worse.
I can't believe that. Oh my god.
So that's it's some of my favorite memories here. Just like hearing you guys watch through like these shows together. Gaim especially is such an experience for a new person getting into Toku.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, I can't wait to watch Gaim then. You guys are gonna see me scream.
My favorite.
Lucy, just wait.
You're gonna cry.
If you were if you guys were like ever around when like back in August when you saw me like screaming about Xaid, I changed so much on how I saw Taiga. Because I literally was like, stinky, evil, and then like I looked at my tweets and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, I ever thought you were evil. And then it was like, what freaking shocked me was that episode 37, I was losing it. I was going to cry. Same thing for like, I don't know which episode is 01 was this, but Fua. I was so scared. I was just like, no, my hot-headed dudes, no.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my little shoe.
My favorite group watch memory was probably when we were watching Forze, and
Ah.
Oh my god, Jose!
Oh God! No!
from everyone that I know, that
Don't
Forze
spoil.
was one of the
No
more
virus,
lighthearted
please. We got some people who haven't watched.
in Toku, right? That's what I had heard from literally everyone. And you know what? They're right.
Yeah.
Compare it to most seasons of Kamen Rider, it's a very fun, sweet season.
It is. It's
fun
very
in the beginning,
wholesome.
But I was the only one who knew about a lot of the stuff that would come, like the Gemini arc.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or how
Oh.
Gintaro got cosmic.
That was a great
Oh.
arc. So
Also, okay. So this year, with Infinite Guest, who's in the chat, I think, me and him started watching like 2 Kamen Rider seasons, and now we were about to watch Tokuju today, but you know, the stream happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fun to watch with friends because by yourself, I mean, yeah, you get a lot of feelings, but with other people, you get to share your thoughts on it, and I really appreciate that there's a small group of people in the Toku community because you never know who you'll be friends with. Like Sopam, he's like big on YouTube in the Toku community.
No.
Yes.
So you can literally do anything in the Toku community, like be friends with one of your favorite creators, or be friends with everyone and just sit down and have a nice talk about Kamen Rider or any tokusatsu, or just in general.
I appreciate it, guys. Honestly.
Yes, I've had several occasions in the Toku fandom where I'm like, oh my god, person I really like talks to me.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that I get to write, like, that in Toku exchanges, I get to write for and be written and have fixed written for
Yeah,
me by my absolute favorite Toku writer, who just likes my stuff and is the oldest Kamen Rider decade fanfiction writer, and I'm just like, wow. There are some benefits to the fact that tokusatsu is a relatively small fandom.
Yes.
Yeah, 100% definitely. Am I allowed to go?
Yes.
I don't want to interrupt anyway, that's why. But yeah, like I'm like it's like I'm so grateful that I've like found all these friends, because it's just like I just being stuck in like quarantine, it's just like it just feels so lonely. But like joining tokusatsu, I just feel a lot more happier with everyone and being able to like talk about everything like Kamen Rider or whatever. But like I still have to thank my friend Trey, because like if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have found any of y'all, and I'm so grateful for that. So Trey, if you're still watching, I love you, man.
Hey, my name is Trey. I have a basketball game tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
like
I
a
should,
running
I should give a few shout outs too. So 2020 has been like such a rough and hard year for all of us, and it was the time where I was having like a lot of anxiety and sadness with how people were affected in the world, and with quarantine I kind of felt lonely. Even if I was in other Discord servers, I just felt like there was something missing. And then eventually, towards the summer, I met Scar, and we started talking a little bit more, and then she invited me a link to her server, and by the times I started talking a little bit more there, because I'm a shy guy, it made me feel so happy, because I got to meet all these cool people that I can share a lot of good times and memories with. I got to watch Gaiam and Decade with you guys twice, and it was just such a fun experience to watch something with friends. And even if times were still rough later on in the year, I couldn't be more grateful for knowing you guys, and I all love you equally.
But Kentro, you also
We love
met me.
you
Was
too,
it really worth it?
Yeah, Kendall, you never finished the season. Can we talk about how Ken?
Bruh, you never finished like one season before.
Oh,
Can
you
we
know
talk
me.
about that?
You know me. I
Can
never
we talk about it?
Oh, we drive.
Kentaro, that might have been sappier than your Thanksgiving speech.
Yeah.
Intro, you and I
Oh
were
my God.
the MentalGeneRide.net buddies. We are the Fuwa stands. We are just the loudest people ever.
Incredibly.
It's been so great to meet
You should
Fuwa
see
stands
me,
that
but I'm not gonna
very
scream.
annoying.
Everyone going on. Marcos just burps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should I go next? I should. Someone should go next and me the last.
Scarlet, you're the
Oh yeah,
you're,
I'm the model of the server. What am I talking about?
yeah,
Okay.
you're the server.
Yeah.
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 We're saving the best for last, Scar.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I didn't go.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
just like when we
Yeah.
did for the
Not
Thanksgiving
Sam.
speeches.
Oh.
Sam.
I tagged myself. Let's go.
Let's go.
Am I going then?
Oh yeah, it's Sam.
Okay, so my journey to Toku is a very weird one because I think Jesus Christ, the earliest show I watched, like I can remember when I was like really young, was like Dino Thunder. But I didn't really remember much because I was very young and couldn't really think things. When I got old enough to finally watch a show and understand it, the Power Ranger season that was airing was Operation Overdrive.
Ooh.
I still really like that show despite the issues people have with it. It might be because I was young and stupid, but anyways. After a while, I just haven't really been following Power Rangers, but what reignited my interest in the franchise was actually something semi-unrelated. Was Death Battle. Was when they did Dragon Zord versus Mechagodzilla. I decided to like check out the series again and see how far it's come. Then after that, I got back into Power Rangers and I just binge watched a lot of seasons. And when with Time Force being one, Time Force, Dino Thunder being some of my favorites. And when I saw Operation Overdrive's online reception, people were yes. And then people mentioned that the original was better, and then I did more research, and that's how I found Sentai. So my first Sentai was actually Operation Overdrive's original Bokenger.
Okay,
And then after that, I got into a couple of Twitter friends suggested that I watch Gokaiger next, which I did, and I really loved that season. But I also, when that time, I also watched Superhero Tyson, which was the way I did get introduced to Kamen Rider, but with Tsukasa being the first real rider I found. But it didn't actually get me into the series yet.
My rage when people meet Tsukasa through the Tysons or Zeo is indefinable.
That's how I learned about Tsukasa.
But anyways, I didn't get into Rider then. What got me into Rider was actually a different anime that I watched in between Sentai and my first Rider, which was Symphogear.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So my friends was recently started, and they kept talling me watch it, and I finally did. And then after I watched like the first couple of seasons, I asked them why they didn't lead with why didn't you tell me this was lesbian Power Rangers? So, and then that's how I finally got into Kamen Rider, because I found out that there are quite a lot of Rider fans that are also Symphogear fans. So then I asked a couple of my friends where do I start, and my friend said since I love anime, I should start with Forze.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's essentially how I got into Rider. It was a really weird bridge, but Symphogear was my bridge to Kamen Rider, and I love it.
Scar.
Oh, I'm not okay. My first Toku was excuse the noise outside. I'm very sorry. My first Power Rangers season was either SPD or Mixed Force, and I was like really little.
Oh.
As time goes by, actually, Super Samurai, like Bala mentioned, was my first series of Power Rangers that I really liked. And I also watched like Super Sentai. So my first Sentai season was Magi Ranger and Deca Ranger, which is ironic because they're like the adaptations for Mystic Force and SPD. And then this year, Flame, who introduced me to Kamen Rider, beginning with Exed, but I had to drop it because after that they recommended me Decade. And oh my god, Decade is so good.
Yes.
Decade is so good.
Of course it is.
And
I have taken
it is though. And then right around their birthday, they invite me to their watch party Discord to watch Exit, and I'm like, "Ooh, this series is really good." And then from there on, I started to watch more Kamen Rider, and there was pain. There was a lot of it that I did not expect at all. But I really love each of my favorite Rider seasons to this day. So I really got a thing for Flame to getting me into Kamen Rider.
You're welcome. It was entirely self-serving. I just wanted more friends in Kamen Rider.
Yeah. And
like
some of you know me as the Emusen, Emukini, Emusen.
All of it.
Whatever
we
you
know.
call it.
All of them.
And
All of
also,
the above.
I wanted to say
And also, yeah.
D. All of the above. Yep. Me,
All
but
of the
Decade.
above. Or,
Me, but
yeah.
to
Be
make
All of Decade. Everything about Decade. My God, I just
Hey.
go on. Scar.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm really grateful for this server, for all the friends I made for the past year, because when I started the server, Ballin and my other best friend Nina, who first joined the server, and then after like mid March, a few more of my friends, including Flame, who joined the server after that.
It was a lot of fun to be there.
Yeah, it is.
Every pony.
I
I
wanted to say,
yeah.
make more Toku fans. You need to convert them, make them watch Toku, force them to watch
Yes.
Toku.
Yes.
Nothing
For
is
several
in.
years on seasons.
I finally convinced one of my Star Wars fans to watch Saber.
Oh no.
Yay!
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yay.
So but before we
Better than-
before we started this stream, I was like, introductions are only going to be like 10 minutes. It'll be fine. Then we'll talk about Toku the rest of the hour. So it's been 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's good. We've been talking Toku generally.
You know,
around
time
this.
flies when you're having fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
True.
At first, I was nervous for this one. Then, oh wait, it's just
Okay, but I
having
actually
fun.
want to know, people who've seen Decade, how many of you went into Decade knowing about Great Leader?
Hey.
I have
Um,
no idea what that meant, and I'm going to find out later when I watch Decade for real. I have so
Yeah.
much to watch,
When I
guys. Like, I'm
first-
sorry.
Yeah. When I first watched Superhero Tyson like years ago, I'm like, who is the dude in magenta? Who is he? Who's the dude in orange? Like, I mean white. And then I'm like, and then I rewatched the movie again, and then oh shoot, it's Gentaro and Tsukasa, and Daiki,
Yeah,
and Hina.
that was my first reaction to Shaka. Not exactly. My first reaction to Shaka when I watched it when I was like in 2014 was like, oh, he's cool. I'm not gonna watch him, but you know, he's cool.
Like, yeah, I heard about Marcos, and I'm just like, I think one day I was just in a call, and then I think the first text he ever sent me was a in Mandarake link to Kiria's jacket,
Oh.
and then
Oh.
he just it's like after that it was just this like cat face thing, and I'm just like, you know what, I'll just go with it, and then it just went either uphill or downhill from here. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? I try to keep my IRL life away from my YouTube and online stuff. But then yesterday, some IRLs found my Twitter, and
Oh my
Oh, here we go.
but it's all good. I appreciate the friends I have here, IRL, in my head, whichever, and it's great.
IRLs, if you're watching, hello, I'm Metal Lucy.
I doubt
IRL.
they are.
Listen, you never know.
So if you're watching, I am Guns. Don't.
Hina, if you're watching this, if you're in the chat right now, thank you for stopping by.
Who, if you're watching this, please, I love you so much. I'm so sad you're not here right now because due to time zones. I love you so much, Pooey.
Love you, Pooh.
Love
Pooey.
you. Love you, Pooh.
Damn time zones.
Well, it's
Who might have been the
yes.
What? No, you first.
No, you first.
No, you first.
No, you first.
I was gonna ask about like okay, like everyone likes like the main Rider series, but what are your guys' opinions on movies, like especially
No,
like
first.
I really like the movies, in my opinion.
Yeah, me too.
like
Yeah.
I think
It
I've only
depends on the
watched.
series.
Yeah, it does really depend. I think so
Like,
far
they
I've only
had
watched like
really-
one Rider
Yeah.
movie, and that's
Like,
the I think it's the Zeo and 01 movie. That's the only one that I've watched so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It
only
really
movie
depends
that
on the
I
series. Like Decade had
Yeah.
really, really, really amazing movies.
Well,
agree.
I wouldn't say that.
Wow.
I only bring it up because I'm just like I'm really excited to start watching the trilogy for X8, and I know how much
Okay.
Brave
Guys,
inside.
don't say
X8
it.
had really bad movies.
I wouldn't say that.
Wait, are you starting with Brave Snipe?
Well, I'm not gonna start with the trilogy yet. I'm gonna start with like the Pac-Man movie and the got the other
the first
Sentai.
Heisei Generations
Why not
movie.
just watch them in order?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them in order. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Shut
So
up.
there's Pac-Man,
Reminder that
Another
Brave
Evening,
Snipe is
Forever,
terrible.
Final.
I feel like everyone in
And then
the
the
chat can
trilogy.
agree that Brave Snipe is bad.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they have taste.
You're all
Listen.
hurting Marcos. I hope you know that.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know, as far as I know about like Brave
Yes,
Snipe, it's just like I only care about Brave and Snipe. But like as far as what I've known from the information, I'm just like this movie could have been vastly improved if they just kicked the heck Lolica out and just
Wait,
did something with Graphite.
Graphite was
Guys,
revived in the
yes.
stage play.
Like Brave Snipe.
Yeah.
I know he was revived in the stage play, but it still hurts.
You guys know, out of like
Just watch the
everyone,
stage play.
out of everyone I know, this server is the only one who doesn't like Brave Snipe.
Yes.
I haven't like totally watched Brave Snipe, so maybe I
Well,
might be the ones that like
because they
Brave Snipe.
haven't-
Who knows? I haven't watched it
Brave
yet.
Yeah.
and
Snipe
I'm-
is so bad. I've even
I'll
watched
say
it
this
with
about Brave.
subs, and
How
it's
do you
really
feel?
bad.
If you want to find out if I like Brave Snipe, follow me on Twitter at MetaLucy, and you'll find my live tweets.
When I was getting my friend into Conrider, the one that's into the Clock Bunny, Gio, she told me the other day that she started watching X-Aid, and so she was like, "Okay, send me a list of all the movies and specials," and I was like, "Are you sure?" And so then she says, "Yeah, I really want to watch them." So I sent her the list of 14 specials and movies that in
Oh
order.
my god, Marcos.
Oh, dear lordy lord.
And
What's 14 specials in X8?
and yeah, that like all together, including the movies, specials, miniseries, there's 14 side content media
Yeah,
to watch.
Marcos,
My
can you give me
God.
that later?
I can give it to you right meow, but
Exclude the 0 episodes from Snipe because I already watched those.
here you go.
All right, thank
Can
you.
I say?
Oh God, Go Rider.
Oh wait,
Remember when I overused
God.
came
Go
out.
Rider.
Wait,
Go Rider.
one sec. Keymaster says Heisei Generations Final was the best. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
Heisei
think
Generations
Final
was
was
the
very
best.
It was very good,
but
yes.
Final was just fantastic.
But
Yeah,
Guns,
I agree.
Yeah.
you wanted to say
Brave
something?
Snipe is a guilty pleasure, says Nick.
Yeah. I wanted to say something. Okay, so talking about Brave Snipe,
Yes.
I thought it was entertaining. Okay, so
Yeah, that's fair.
I can say good stuff about it. Like the choreography is good, plot and story is so bad. Like, why did Brave and stuff bad when over Saki
Yes.
being
It was just character
Saki.
assassination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
No.
V
Really,
cinema, so
I-
there has to be a V somewhere in there.
literally, it's called Brave versus Snap, not Brave versus Snap. Fight for like Brave versus Snap has pitiful argument over one guy for like 5 minutes, and then versus Lovelinka.
No, it's Brave and Snipe, Potadux with Poppy, and Gin versus Laser.
Oh wait, Brave with
Oh
Snap.
god,
Brave-
I can't wait to watch DX with Poppy because I'm simping over another Paradox.
Yep.
Same.
Yes.
But
Another paradox.
That's a terrible choice in simping.
if you guys want to do this, remember that once I do a history of Kamen Rider X8, I want to have an X8 discussion. So
Totally.
Oh, please. Yeah, I am so down for that. Definitely. Once I catch up.
Me too. Me too.
That depends.
So yeah.
Do you mind if I throw in my movie opinions?
Hey Kentaro, what's up?
Oh boy.
So, I could probably start shorter with Ultraman Sentai. My first Sentai movie was either Gal Ranger versus Super Sentai, which that was pretty cool. Red Falcon Goat. And my first Ultraman movie was Ultraman the Next, which is I'm hoping that gets a little bit more awareness to the fandom. That's a very great movie, and I can't wait to watch Nexus because that's the prequel to that show. And that show is pretty cool. For Kamen Rider, my first show movie was actually Kamen Rider Zeo. It's a short movie. It's like only 4 to 8 minutes, but I really like what they did with the story and characters and the choreography and actions is beautiful. I wish there was more to it, but it's still a pretty good movie to me. And my first Heisei movie was either the Kamen Rider Decade movie or Kamen Rider Ozen Forze movie or Mega Mats. That movie is fantastic.
Okay.
Brave Snipe. Okay, so you guys know I love me some Edsade. I just don't like what it did with the story and the characterization for Taiga and Hiro, which is like a shame because like Taiga's my favorite character in Edsade, and I actually think Hiro is a good secondary writer, but I just think that while the action choreography is really good, I just think that the story is very conflicting and disappointing and lackluster compared to what they just set up with Taiga and Hiro in the end. So it's cool if you guys like it. It's just not my thing. Like I wish I could enjoy the movie, but I just think it has a lot of character regression, a lack of potential. But I'm sure the other Edson movies are better. That's just me though.
Like said, Love Edition kicked out. Give that graphite.
I'm telling you guys to save this Brave Snipe talk for the X8 video since you're breaking my heart. So I'm gonna break your heart. Saber's the worst Kamen Rider show since Kiva.
But Marcos, how could you say that when Zero One exists?
I wanted to say this, but calling out.
How could you say that when Drive exists?
Well,
you know what? I can agree with that.
You think Drive is worse than Kiva and Saber?
You said Drive?
You know what? I could go even worse. I could say Gun's worse.
Drive?
Oh.
Drive of all things?
Drive is horrible.
What?
I will say this about.
I only watched episode 1 of Drive, so no one spoiled for me.
Drive is good.
Drive is good. And everyone in the chat can agree with that.
We have started a war, everyone.
Okay, Drive was okay. I think Drive was good. It was just so
Oh my god,
painful.
Red is gonna cancel. Shinsuke is dead.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Wait. We've had our fun, but it's been about an hour, and I do have and we all said this would be an hour, so. Thank you, everybody.
So you're ending it with everyone fighting over Drive?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We should
Hold
do
up, can I
this.
say one more thing?
Hey, Guns.
Thank you.
Okay, so calling out the gang, Bodhi and Kakua. You know I gush about a lot of Kamen Rider, so don't start with XZ because I can gush about Geo. Me and Bodhi watched Double like last month, so no plan in there.
Hold on. Oh, Blaze gives one more donation. Question for everyone: if America would have kept making Kamen Rider, what series would you want and why?
Okay.
I live in Canada. I don't know what to say.
X8.
Zero
X8
Guns.
100%.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, Zero Guns.
Zero Guns.
I have no opinion, so X8.
Zero Guns and X8.
I know it's way too late for them to adapt Decade, but I want them to.
I remember.
I can see it now. Power Rider Megaforce.
Power Rider.
Well, Megaforce is on Netflix, though.
Yeah.
Power Rider Megaforce.
Oh, sorry.
Power Rider Legacy. Insert your legendary card.
Marcos.
Hey.
before we finish, can I just? I mentioned at the beginning I had terrible opinions. Can I just throw out like my 5 most controversial opinions with no context?
Okay, here we go.
All right.
You're about to start a war.
The tea.
Okay, 5 most controversial Toku opinions. This is not trolling. I actually believe this. No context at all. Okay. Power Ranger Samurai is an underrated masterpiece.
No.
Yes.
RPM,
I
Power Rangers
highly
RPM,
agree. I very much
Power Rangers
agree.
RPM is overrated.
No. Yes.
Masterpiece.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we didn't hear the second one.
Second one, RPM is overrated.
Yes.
No.
RPM is that's overrated.
Okay, the third one, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is boring.
Yes.
I don't know any of these.
I haven't watched all of it, so I don't.
I need context for this.
Corona was the only interesting part.
Fourth one, Kamen Rider Drive is decent, but it has too many problems to be considered good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pop off,
And the
King.
fifth one, Kamen Rider Dragonite is an American television masterpiece and the best thing Kamen Rider's ever produced.
Pop off, King.
I was gonna add in like one more opinion because this is just not my opinion. I just know that there's a lot of people who do not like Ghost. Apparently, it is written really horribly,
That's
as far as I know.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
okay.
Zero One is the worst
show
show
now
ever,
that
but
I
that's-
like Ghost a lot, and I prefer it over Drive, Gaim, Agito, and Kabuto, and several other seasons.
Yeah, huh.
Goodness.
Okay, so everyone, thank you all for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice to be
Thank
in
you
the
for having
stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you for
everyone.
having us.
Too much to be on the next
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you, everyone. Saber's worse than everything else in Kamen Rider.
In the next video, it's probably gonna be X8. So see you next game.
See you next
See
game.
you next game. The game is always
Forever.
Don't watch Saber.
See you
We'll
next
clear
time.
this, but no, continue.
Saber.